pre-show, we had a Fatal 4-Way match for the International Women's Cup, as we had Persephone versus Momo Watanabe versus Willa Nightingale versus Athena, and this was really good actually. I was highly impressed with this match. Very back and forth, pretty fast-paced, and I really liked the ending to this match. Athena had the win, but Momo Watanabe came in and just whacked her with a baseball bat right to the head. I was like, damn. You can hear like a loud smack when she hit her with it too. So yeah, that was brutal, but yeah, really good match. I liked it a lot, and I suggest that you guys go ahead and watch this for yourself. And next matchup we had for the ROH World Tag Team Championships, we had the champions Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Sho. And this was pretty good. It was entertaining. I was rooting for Kanemaru and Sho since I'm a big House of Torture fan, which I feel like I'm like the only one these days. But anyways, yeah, good match. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this match. It was good. And the last match on the pre-show, we had a Lucha Gauntlet match. And I'm not sure if this was like for anything, like if the winner like received a title shot or anything like that. I think this was just a straight up wrestling match. And as you guys can see in the picture, it doesn't tell you who the participants were, but off the top of my head, I believe we had Hechicero, Mascota Dorada, which you guys will know as Grim Metalik in WWE, El Desperado, Titan, Taiji Ishimori, Master Wato, Sabe Reno. I think it was some Mexican wrestlers I never heard of, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I don't know. I think that might be everybody. I'm probably forgetting someone, but anyways, really fun match. Oh, and I must also mention that I was here live for the show. I know I'm pretty late into the video to mention this, but yeah, I was here live. I attended both Wrestle Kingdom and also Wrestle Dynasty, so yeah, I saw all these matches live and in person, and this was highly entertaining. I loved it. Just fast lucha action, and yeah, it was really cool to see the New Japan guys and the lucha guys just mixing it up in the ring. So yeah, a lot of fun. And also Hechicero, that guy is really good, very, very, very good. And it was cool seeing Graham Metalik again. I was pretty big fan of his back in WWE. So yeah, very fun match here. I liked it a lot. And first match on the main card, we had a special exhibition match between Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kazuyori Shibata. Okay, so I both love this match and hated this match. So let me explain. Alright, so the day before at Wrestle Kingdom 19, in case you guys didn't watch the show, Shibata actually made a surprise appearance, and he saved Tanahashi from the House of Torture because they were beating him up. And you know, we were all like super excited to see Shibata because it was totally unexpected. And so he issued a challenge to Tanahashi for a match between them. Because you know, or as you guys should know, that this will be Tanahashi's final year as a wrestler. Because he's going to retire, I believe, in January of 2025. Or no, I'm sorry, 2026. We are in 2025. But anyways, Tanahashi accepted the match, and so we got it here. Now, it was not made clear at all that this was just a 5-minute exhibition match. And so what they did in this match, actually all that they did was just chop each other. That's it for 5 minutes straight, and there was no winner. It was a draw. So I hated it for that fact, but I also loved this match because it was pretty damn cool to see Tanahashi and Shibata in the ring live in person. Because, you know, they're both legends of like New Japan, and it was just cool seeing them like in the ring again. Oh, and another thing that pissed me off a lot, actually, is that I believe in a backstage interview, I can't remember who said it, either Shibata or Tanahashi. I think it was Tanahashi. He said that Shibata wants to have another match, but this time in AEW. Now, I swear, if they have an actual match, like, more than 5 minutes, and, like, they actually do more than just jobs, I'm gonna be very fucking pissed. Because why wouldn't they just have that type of match here in New Japan? Now, I do understand that there were some troubles with New Japan and Shibata a couple years back, and that they don't want him to get, like, too physical in the ring. I understand that, but then again, you're in the Tokyo Dome. At least do more than just chop each other. Like, come on, seriously. Oh, and also, there was more than just chops. Tanahashi gave Shibata a headbutt. Yes, a headbutt to Shibata. Like, that was crazy. We were all like, whoa. We were like all shocked. Like, everybody in the Tokyo Dome. So, yeah, I both loved and hated this match, but in the end, it was pretty freaking cool to see these two go at it in the Tokyo Dome live in person. And next we had for the strong and British women's titles. We had the champion Mina Shirakawa defending her title against Mercedes Moné, who was also defending her title. So this was a double title match, and this was good. I wasn't overly crazy about this match because, well, for one, I can't stand Mercedes Moné anymore. She has just gone on my last nerve. And, you know, for those people who say that she has no creative control in AEW, yes, she does. Give me a fucking break. She totally does. Like, the amount of, like, creative control she has in that company is insane. Like, she has made Tony Khan her bitch. Like, let's be honest here. But anyways, that's like a whole nother tangent. The match itself, yeah, like I said, it was just good. Of course, I was rooting for Mina Shirakawa because, yeah, she's awesome. She's hot. But she's also a very good wrestler and 1,000 times better than Mercedes Moné. But, you know, this was just really predictable in the end. I mean, of course, Mercedes was going to win the title for Mina and become a double champion. And I'm guessing now she's like the bill collector, kind of like how, or what Kenny Omega was doing a couple years ago. So yeah, woo-hoo. I'm totally looking forward to this shit. Yeah, like I said, the match was just good. That's all I have to say. And then we had a special singles match between David Finlay and Brody King. And this match was great. I like this a lot, actually. Now going into this show, this was a match that I wasn't overly excited for because I feel like David Finlay could have had a bit of a better opponent than Brody King. I mean, Brody King, he's good, but I just felt like, you know, someone like Malachi Black should have been in the spot. I think that would have been really, really cool to see. But yeah, we got Brody King versus David Finlay, and this turned out to be pretty awesome. And like I mentioned in my Wrestle Kingdom 19 video, I'm a big fan of David Finlay's, and he did very well in this match. Yeah, this was a really good back and forth match. Well, actually, I just say that Brody King, he had most of the offense in this match for a good portion of it, actually. Towards the second half, David Finlay made a comeback and won. But yeah, this was actually really good. I suggest you guys go in and watch this match. Very entertaining. And after that, we got another special singles match between Shota Umino and Claudio Castagnoli. And this was also good. Good back and forth action. And another match where the AEW star got most of the offense in, but the New Japan star got a comeback towards the end. So a little bit similar to Finlay versus King. Yeah, this match was good as well. And this was a much needed win for Shota after losing at Wrestle Kingdom the night before. And, you know, I am curious of where this leads to because Shota Umino I believe, has called out Jon Moxley, so I am hoping for a match between them. I'm guessing at Forbidden Door we might get it, but that seems like a bit of a ways off, like lots of months in advance. So yeah, I'm not too sure when they are going to do that match, but I hope soon, because that's going to be very, very interesting to see. And I am hoping for a Shota Umino heel turn sometime this year, because that is exactly what he needs. And you know, the fans, especially the Japanese fans, they don't like him at all, really. So yeah, I think that'll be good for his character. And next we had for the Never Openweight and AEW International Championship, we had the challenger Tomohiro Ishii versus the champion Konosuke Takeshita. And this match fucking rolled. I love this match. Loved it. Oh, this was so good, guys. You definitely gotta go out and watch this match. Now, I would say this was my match of the night, but there's a match after this that tops it, but it's really close. Very, very, very close. I love this match so much. Yeah, these two guys in a ring, magic. Just very back and forth, very stiff action, like very, very, very stiff. Like hearing those forearms that they kept hitting with each other with live and in person, just like the sound of him. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Man, I'm glad I was in the ring. But yeah, this was just a very good match. I love both of these guys so much, and yeah, this was just awesome. Again, go ahead and watch this match. You won't regret it. Okay, so real quick, I made a mistake. I mentioned that the next match after Takeshita versus Ishii was my favorite match of the night, better than that match, but it wasn't this match. It was a match later on that I'll be talking about, which you guys should know what it is, but yeah, it's not this tag match. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick. My apologies. But anyways, yeah, next up we had a triple threat match for the vacant IWGP tag team titles, as we had the Great Okan and Jeff Cobb versus the Young Bucks versus Tetsuya Naito and Hiromu Takahashi. And this was a lot of fun, as expected. Yeah, just really good back and forth action. And you know, I gotta admit, I still like the Bucks a little bit, just a tad bit. Their characters do suck in AEW. I'm not a fan of them being heels. I think it's pretty lame and not believable. But you know, they're very, very entertaining in the ring still, in my opinion. I know a lot of people think that their shtick is like getting so old, and you know, people just steal the same moves from them all the time and stuff. But I still find them highly entertaining in the ring. I love I think they have an awesome moveset. So yeah, that's just my opinion. And seeing them live was a lot of fun. And they did end up winning the titles, which kind of shocked me in a way. I felt like Naito and Takahashi were going to win, but they didn't. The Young Bucks did, but yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about that. On the one hand, it doesn't really bother me all that much, but on the other hand, it does, because I don't like when outsiders win titles from different companies. That just makes like a whole mess, and you don't see the champions in that specific promotion all that much. So yeah, we'll just have to see what they do with the IWGP tag titles. And then we had for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, we had the champion Yota Tsuji versus Jack Perry. And honestly, I feel like this was the weakest match on the card, in my opinion. Yeah, honestly, guys, I still don't. Well, actually, like a lot of people, I just don't get Jack Perry. I'm just not into him. I was a big fan when he was Jungle Boy, but as Jack Perry, he just comes off as lame. He's just not believable. I will admit that he has a cool entrance, and I love the mask that he wears to the ring, but that's about it. I just think that he's boring, and this was a kind of boring match. And I feel like Yota Tsuji could have had a much, much better opponent. And I'm not too sure why Jack Perry was even in this position to begin with. I don't know, you could have put someone like Powerhouse Hobbs in this match, or Lance Archer, or I keep mentioning his name, but Malachi Black. So yeah, there's like a long list of AEW wrestlers who would have been a better opponent for Yota Tsuji than Jack Perry. But yeah, I'm glad Yota Tsuji retained. I mean, let's be honest, Jack Perry had no chance in hell of winning. But yeah, like I said in the match, it was just kind of weak. It was just there. Alright, and now, the match that I was talking about earlier. We had a special singles match between Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd. Chef's kiss. This match was phenomenal, amazing, awesome, sugoi, fucking perfect. This match was so damn good. I'd say I give it 5 stars, and this is a very, very early match of the year contender. This was awesome. Yeah, this really should have been the main event of the show. I understand that Zack Sabre Jr. is the IWGP champion, but come on, there was no topping this match. This was the marquee match on the card, and it fucking delivered in all ways, shapes, and forms. These two went to war. This was a pretty much a bloodbath. Yeah, both of these guys bled a lot, actually. And very violent too. Very, very, very violent. Yeah, this was just a great match. I'm trying to think of all the different spots that happened, but there were just so many memorable moments. And it was kind of hard because all night I was taking pictures of all the matches to post on my social media. And it was hard because I wanted to see the action like with my eyes, and also wanted to take pictures, so it was hard to like do both at the same time. But yeah, man, just a great match. And after I come back and watch this match like 2 times already, and watch a lot of highlights on Instagram. Yeah, if you have not seen this match, stop this video, close down YouTube, and go to New Japan World and watch it. You won't regret it. Trust me. So yeah, awesome match. Match of the night. Loved it. And then for the main event, we had for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the champion Zack Sabre Jr. defending his title against Ricochet. Guys, in the comments below, please inform me of why Ricochet was in this match to begin with. I have no clue why he deserved this spot. Now, I will admit, I don't watch Dynamite, I don't watch Collision, so am I missing something here? Why? I'm just gonna be blunt about this. Why the fuck was he in this position to begin with? Like, I just don't understand. Why was he here? Like, this just did not feel like a main event. The match, it was fine. I wouldn't even say it was good. It was just fine to me. And it was highly predictable. Ricochet had no chance of winning at all. Yeah, again, why was he in this match? Like, I even kept asking my friend who I went with. I was like, why is Ricochet here? But yeah, like I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the Gabe Kidd versus Kenny match, they should have had this main event spot for sure. And yeah, I just kind of, I'm just asking myself why did this match take place? There's like a full line of other wrestlers that Zack could have faced instead of Mr. Clean over here. But I'm not the booker, so. And also, speaking of that, I'm very curious of how much of a hand Tony Khan had in booking this card to begin with, because a lot of the stuff, especially with the Ricochet in the main event, felt very Tony Khan-ish. So yeah. But anyways, you guys can just skip this main event. Really, if you have not watched this match yet. I saw a couple of people say that this match was great and they loved it. Personally, I just found it to be just okay. I'm glad Zach won. I mean, of course he was gonna win, but yeah, just kind of like in all honesty, a dull type of send-off for this show. So yeah, and that will do it for my review of Wrestle Dynasty. And all in all, this was a good show, a fun show. And my enjoyment definitely got boosted up from being there live, and also seeing Takeshita vs. Ishii and Kid vs. Omega. Those two matches really added a whole lot to the show. But I would say that there was a lot more to be desired from the show, especially since this was a joint pay-per-view with so many other companies involved. I just feel like it could have been better, and there were a lot of wrestlers who, in a sense, were needed on this card that weren't there. And you know, with AEW's bloated roster, there were just so many names that I was just like looking at. I actually pulled up the roster like after the show, and I was like, man, why were they not on this card? So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, oh, and I didn't mention this, but I did hear about the attendance of, you know, how many people were at the shows, and it was quite a drop. So at Wrestle Kingdom there were, I believe, 24,000, and at Wrestle Dynasty I want to say it was 16,000 people, which not good, quite a big drop. And an interesting thing about that is that there are some people who are not happy with those numbers, and those people are Tanahashi and I forget what the other guy's name is. I believe he owns like a Bushi Road. He's a Japanese owner who also works with New Japan, and he's not happy at all with those numbers. And yeah, I do put the blame on AEW because from what I've heard, they did not do a good job at promoting the show at all. You know, go figure. But anyways, yeah. I wouldn't say I was disappointed with the show. There was just a lot to be desired with the Wrestle Dynasty. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Just a lot to be desired, but a fun show nonetheless. And being there live definitely added a lot to my feelings. So yeah, anyways, that will do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please give it a like and let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about Wrestle Dynasty. And with all that being said, this has been the ASMR Fanatic signing